Tired of the tax season headache? Laborally Bookkeeping is here to make your tax preparation simple and stress-free. We ensure maximum deductions and accurate filing, so you keep more of your hard-earned money. Don't wait. Get peace of mind for your personal and business taxes. Book your tax appointment today at laborallybookkeeping.com.
What if the background music in your business could do more than just fill silence? What if it could actually increase sales, build customer loyalty, and define your brand? Our mission is simple: to help businesses like yours succeed by harnessing the strategic power of sound. We believe the right music can be a game changer, and we're going to prove it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA, viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Ambitiously the Podcast. I am your host. It is me, your girl, Laborly, aka Catley, and you definitely have now turned in. Listen, it is wet. I'm sorry, it's not wet. Wrong. Shouldn't even have used that in this particular conversation. It is time for the wiretap. We have some things to dig into because guess what, y'all? We've got the files and we're gonna read them because that's what we do on the wiretap. Yep, that's what we're gonna get into this evening. I'll get into that in a minute, but before I do all of that, a few things I need to say. Which is, listen, join the conversation. You can do that by calling in. The number's 443-551-5963, 443-551-5963. You can shoot us a text message. You can call in. You'll be live on air, or you could just drop a comment. And we'll read that. We will read that out loud as well as your text messages. Hit us up. Contact@ambitiouslyent.com. contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Or you can hit us up on our Gmail account, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join the coffee community. We would love for you to do that. That would be amazing of you. Also, listen, it's tax season. Go to our website, laboraleebookkeeping.com. Laborale. Why is this not going on the screen? laboraleebookkeeping.com. Again, that's laboraleebookkeeping.com. We'll discuss it, or maybe you need a bookkeeper. Go on over there, and shoot us an email. We'll talk about it. We'll chop it up. Anyway, I always like to tell y'all to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast, but I like to do it like this. Every subscription that we can get. I know it sounds like I am rushing through. Hi, Doc, baby. I'm rushing through all of the things because I do want to get to this, but I kind of am rushing through all of the things because I kind of do want to get to this. Listen. It's funny to me how you upload the documents and then you try to make them disappear. The problem is you uploaded them onto a website which is on the internet, and you know how the internet works, baby. It's there forever. I don't care what you do, it is there forever. So of course we all know that they put out the Epstein files a little while for a few seconds. For a few seconds, there are a few people on these documents, and we're going to talk about all of these incidences. Now, I'm not going to say that I can necessarily confirm that everything said in said documents are true. But what I can say is what I have in front of my face is what we're going to get into. And these are the same documents everybody else has. Now, these documents were released in an email. Let's just start off with the beginning of this email. From who? Redacted. To who? Redacted. The CCs? Redacted. So we don't know. We don't have any of that information. But it was, the date on this email was August the 7th, 2025. It was a Thursday. And the importance level was normal, but I don't know how any of this could be normal. I don't. So if you don't know what documents we're talking about, yeah, exactly, Doc. Nothing is ever really erased off the internet, and so they probably should have thought about it, but they didn't. It's cool. I'm glad they didn't because I got my hands on them. But if you don't know what documents or what files we are talking about the Epstein files. We have been. We haven't been. I was going to get it as soon as they drop, but the world has been anticipating for these files to drop for a long time, and finally they dropped them. But again, like I said, they made it a point to hurry up and erase them off of the Department of Justice website. Problem is once you put them up there, they're there. Somebody can get their hands on them, and somebody did. So let's get into this. Let's talk about the first block of information that we have on these documents. I'm gonna read it, and then we're gonna talk about it. So the name is redacted, of course, but the name is redacted. Reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform fellatio, slob on my knob, on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 to 14 years old when this occurred. And the friend allegedly bit President Trump while performing the slob, right? The friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend said she was also abused by Epstein. That's the first thing on the document. And I also have the response, which is spoke with the caller who identified redacted as friend. Led was sent to Washington office to conduct an interview. Now, this criminal history part, I'm assuming this is for the alleged person, the alleged victim, but it does says results matching name and date of birth for criminal history in South Carolina. Date of arrest was the 6/18/1987 for assault and battery, high and aggravated nature. What that has to do with any of what we just read, I have no clue. But this is what she said. She said they made a slob on a knob and she bit that ninja. That's what she said. That's what they said. I don't know. I don't know. Is it true? I don't know, but that's what she said. That's what she reported to them, to the friend, and yeah, said she got beat up for laughing after she did it. Crazy, 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 crazy work. So let's move on. So another redacted name reported that she has a friend named Leslie McMichael, who was a personal assistant to Epstein in Florida from 1986 until 1991 or 92, one of those years. This friend shared names of some of the guests at Epstein's parties, to include Bill Clinton, and again, guess who pops back up? Donald Trump. Mm. Now, the response to voicemails was left, no response received. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How do we feel about that? Well, I've heard, and I have the flight log still, that Bill Clinton was on the list anyway, and Donald Trump. But these are like the juicy details that we never got access to, and all of that crazy stuff. So I told y'all, if I want it, I will get it. I will pull it, and I will get it, and we will read it. Anyway, sorry. Let me gain my composure. So let's move on. At 16, while modeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Caller reported that she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, two twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured Caller and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Orrin raped her best friend, and a third brother, Ty, raped a 14-year-old girl named Katie. Lun. I don't know. I mean LNU. I don't know what that is, but the young lady, her name was Katie. Caller named other individuals involved in a big orgy big orgy parties with her. Other young girls and older Victoria's Secret models, including again Donald Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Some freaky old sick men. Online complaint reported that she was a victim and witness to trafficking, to a trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California. I probably said that wrong, but whatever. Between 1995 and 1996, complainant reported that Ghislaine Maxwell, as the madam, so she was the madam, which we already kind of knew because we've been through some of those files too. She was the madam. Told y'all she was like, man, All right. So anyway, she was allegedly the madam, though, and a broker for the schmex parties. Child client of whom included clients whom included Epstein, Robin Leach. You know, lifestyle of the rich and famous Robin Leach, child, and of course, again, Donald Trump. The complainant reported participating in orgies and that some of the girls went missing, rumored to have been taken out and buried at the facility. That's what the rumors were. We can't confirm that any of this is true. This is just what she said when she reported this. Now, she also reported being threatened by Trump's um, then head of security, that if she ever talked of what went on there or who she saw, he would end up they would end up as fertilizer in the back nine holes like other cunts. Child, child, child. Complainant claims to have video of high profile schmex parties dealing with cartels, having witnessed Robin Leach strangle a young girl to her maker, sent her to her maker um, at a party. Now, this is what they said here. Let me get the other information. So the person was spoken to and deemed not credible. That's credible. That's what they said. And I don't know. Additional research showed three separate incidences involving police, which requested in mandatory psychiatric evaluation. So they saying this person is loony, and you can't trust nothing they said because they had issues. But is it possible that they maybe did experience these things, and that's probably why they had to be checked in? People never look at things in that way. But possible order of protection. This is the criminal part. This person's criminal background, and they had a possible order of protection matching the name. So they might have found this might be that person, but they can't confirm whether or not it's that person or not. But they're saying that they had possibly had an order of protection placed against them. But let's move on. Let's see what else we can get into. Okay. So this also says claims that they were contacted by a female victim of Epstein who wants to publish a book. Complainant provided background so this is a dude for himself, such as working with prominent figures such as Leslie Wexner. We've heard that name before going through the Epstein situation, and Epstein. I believe Leslie Wexner is the person who owned Victoria's Secret, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong. Being pardoned by the U.S. president, among several other pieces of information. The victim reportedly knew about criminal activity that occurred in multiple states and on airplanes. Oh, child. Well, they can't get arrested in the air now, can they? Oh, not on a private plane anyway. Let me see where we at. And told the complainant that there were films of prominent men such as, you're ready, Epstein, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump. Again, names are always coming up, huh? And that Ghislaine Maxwell is in the live video. I'm in the videos as well. Well, of course she would be if she is there because that only makes sense. I mean, she's supposed to be the broker, the madam. You feel me? So no they said no private information provided. They do have a criminal background situation over here. But they're saying that this person has a gun permit. Wow. Okay. What that has to do with anything, I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. So this complainant reported meeting a Lisa Villeneuve, I don't even know how to say this, at a hospital where they were roommates in 2000, who now goes by Ghislaine Lisa and the last name. The complainant was invited to a party by this Ghislaine Lisa chick, which I'm thinking is probably just no whatever. I'm not even gonna put nothing on her. But a party on Palm Beach Island in Florida to a resident she believed to have belonged to Epstein. There, so I would say it was just Lane, but anyway. Um there she met a model scout named Bobby Cox. I've heard that name before. Whom this Ghislaine Lisa allegedly referred to as a pimp. Child, he was just putting it out there, huh? Um, so she also stated that this Lisa, Ghislaine Lisa chick, spoke with a hostess at the residence, whom the young lady believes was Ghislaine Maxwell. So she just wanted to be just like Ghislaine, huh? Um, while at the party, she stated they had all been invited by Donald Trump to a party at Mar-a-Lago. She told the other Ghislaine she wanted to go to the party and was allegedly told by the other Ghislaine that it was for prostitutes, for little workers. Child, for the little workers. When she was 14 years old, Ghislaine Maxwell allegedly approached her about modeling, um, international travel, and massages. That sounds familiar. I've seen this, and he got a massage every day. Yo, what? So she never reached out to Maxwell because the offer sounded as if it was mostly based around modeling, which she was unable to do because of her her hip defect. Okay, so she said she couldn't do it. She also said made a podcast of her story about her encounter with Ghislaine Maxwell when she was approximately 14 to 15 years old. Now they spoke to her twice. First time she said she was a Pilates instructor and went to Epstein's once. Second time, on the second call, the royal family was contacting her about image of Prince Andrew, and oh my gosh, and claimed that she would send email to corroborate, but no email was ever sent. And also criminal background, because you know they're gonna throw that in there. So they have a resulting match in the date of birth, and the criminal history. In Florida, the date arrested was 7/23/1998 for burglary with assault and grand theft. And then again, three on the March the 8th of 2007 for theft and more than $300 but less than $5,000. Also they have here results matching name and date of birth, and they have an arrest record in Colorado, which happened in 11/14/2012 for harassing communication and assault 3. Now, listen. Let me get to these comments real quick. It's a lot more to talk about. I'm not done. I'm not finished. But let's see. You can't tell me they didn't have secret society. You can't tell me either, Doc. Doc said you can't tell me they didn't have a secret society. You can't tell me they don't still have a secret society. But I digress. I digress. What else you said? Doc said, hold on. The same names keep popping up, don't they? Don't they? Don't they? Same old names, but we got more. Oh, we have more. We're not done. Oh, we're not done. So this next one, this is a dude. He reported his ex-girlfriend's daughters were victims of Epstein, and one was taken out. You know, um, while working as a limousine driver, he recalled picking up Donald Trump in 1995 to take him to Dallas Fort Worth Airport. During that ride, he recalled some of the things Trump spoke about on his cell phone were very concerning and described being a few seconds from pulling the limousine over on the median, um, within a few seconds of pulling, and within a few seconds of pulling him out of the car and hurting him due to some of the things that he was saying. Now he noted Trump repeatedly stated that the name Jeffrey while on the phone. One of the ex-girlfriend's daughters told him that Trump raped her, as did Epstein. The caller is talking about crimes committed against her. Okay, so that's another one. Hold on, I'm gonna pause on that one. So I guess they reached out to him, left a voicemail, but they didn't get a response. There is an FBI number, but there is no criminal background associated with this particular one. And then there's a whole side of this document that has been redacted. There's probably some names right there, but anyway, let's keep moving. Uh, so the caller is talking about crimes committed against her. She claims to be a prisoner. She referenced Lisa Marie Presley, the British royal family, President Trump, and Jeffrey Epstein. No contact made. Lives in Australia. Called Central District New York hotline, and they don't have the date of birth for her. Child. Okay. Next one. Let's move on. This one, we had another one who filed a complaint. She reported her neighbor sought modeling gigs at Trump's modeling agency in NYC between the years of 1998 and 2000. Now, she reported her neighbor allegedly went on a cruise set up by a recruiter or head of an agency and once showed the person who called a photo of a recruiter whom the person who called recalled looking like Epstein. She reported neighbor was allegedly raped several times during this time period. Now, contact was made, but no contact information provided for actual victim. So that was hearsay. That couldn't hold up in court because it was hearsay. Her neighbor told her that's what happened, but she wasn't there, so she don't really know. Caller provided information to reference a prior civil case from 13 years ago that involved Trump and mentioned Jeffrey Epstein with a minor. Contact was made. They called in SDNY but hotline, but they did not. I'm guessing contact the other people. No date of birth given. Child. Let's keep it moving. This is crazy. This gets crazy and crazy as I'm probably not going to get through the whole document, so it's probably going to be like a part 2 next week. But I'm gonna get through as much as I can this evening. So this next one says following. So Somebody called in following up after a call with the NYPD officer regarding her previous tip, reporting that she was forced to perform schmex acts when she was 13 years old and pregnant in 1984. Now, she also reported that there were high profile individuals involved in her schmex trafficking, her work, because they made a worker, and the offing and disposal of her newborn daughter. Child. I did hear some things about them and babies, so whatever. But anyway. So she reported Donald Trump participated regularly in paying money to force her to perform schmex acts with him, and alleged that Trump present when her uncle was present when her uncle offed her newborn baby. Child, no contact made, no criminal background. So here's another one. Carla was taken by a boat to Epstein Island. Carla said it was complicated and involved Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Carla became a school counselor and had a meeting with the school principal, Linda Kitts, and a police officer, where the caller was informed that there were pictures of herself with Epstein. Child. The caller reported the school was mad at her for not being a Trump person, and that the school wanted her to testify and saying these things against Andrew Cuomo. You know Andrew Cuomo, yeah, that Andrew Cuomo. Um, the FBI and Donald Trump were on the phone during the meeting. The caller believes that the FBI has baby pictures of her with Epstein. A child, um, child. Yeah, it sounds crazy to me too, Doc. Doc said it sounds horrific. Yeah, it sounds insane. It sounds all the way insane. I'm not gonna keep doing the other parts. I'm gonna just read the stuff. Um, so pictures with herself and with Epstein. Caller reported. I read that. Okay, let's keep it moving. It's more. It's more. So caller responded that in 1987, a friend, victim one, was out drinking and ended up at Trump Plaza. Victim one saw Donald Trump and wanted to meet him. An unknown man approached her and offered to introduce her to Trump. The unknown man gave the victim a drink, and the victim woke up naked and sore with $300 on the bed. Not I'm thinking she's talking about the baby that she said was taken out um in that whole little section right there. Yeah. But not $300 on the bed. Victim one didn't remember how she got in the room. She remembers how seeing a flash of Trump's face. The victim called and the caller called the caller and told her she thought she had been raped. The victim, one, did not go to the hospital to have a rape kit performed because she didn't think anyone would believe her, especially because she was drunk. Child. Let's get to it. The victim one's husband's business had problems with suppliers, and the victim one believed Trump was behind it. Child, now he ruining people family businesses. Victim one also stated dating a lawyer, identifiers unknown, who was married. Victim one had a fight with her lawyer boyfriend and went to the bar. Victim one left a bar with a man who no one in the bar recognized, but who seemed familiar with the victim one. Victim one was never seen again. Child. A few years ago, remains were discovered that matched the description of what victim one was wearing when she went missing. DNA tests were at the time were inconclusive. Child, child. So in 2004, where we at on time? I think I could make out a couple more. In 2004 or 2005, Sir Ivan Wiltzig hosted a party where Epstein, Sammy Sosa, Donald Trump were all in attendance. Patti LaBelle's PR agent stood at the door. What? Not Patty's PR agent. At the party, caller met an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age who was brought from Oklahoma for a modeling job, but then sold to a man in France. What? Let me find out their pimp game was strong. Ah, Lord. Oh no, not okay. And I've been to this club, so it's get ready to sound crazy. Several women were being auctioned. A woman possibly known as Colette was the madam. A couple of years later, callers saw Colette at Cheetah Club in New York. Not Club Cheetah. I've been there. Oh my gosh. She told one of Santos' friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her and that he could pay her a lot of money. Damn, Jamie Foxx is in this too. Oh, Lord, child. I might run over a little bit tonight because this is crazy. Y'all just hear. She said Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her and he could pay her a lot of money. Child. Oh, Lord. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children's tightness. What? The guests are elder men or were elder men and included Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Don Jr., Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, Eric Trump. They were all there. Attorney Alan, oh, here he go again. His name always comes up. Alan Dershowitz. Hold on. Oh, Doc, I'm going to get to your comment in a minute. Was also there with attorney Bob Shapiro. Oh, Shapiro was there too. Child. We were taken in rooms and forced to give oral schmacks to Donald Trump and forced to allow them to penetrate us. I was 13 years old when Donald J. Trump raped me. Ghislaine was also present. Child. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. But you said, Kat, don't tell me you was in the mix. Nah, I just was at Club Cheetah. I wasn't in nobody's mix. I've been to that club before, though. I was there with some homegirls while we were visiting at NYC. And one of the homegirls met a dude, and he said he owned the club. He was partial owner to the club, but he had lied to her. And he wasn't. I got us, and she didn't. Child. Okay, so that's the end of that email. Now, this is another email from Wednesday, August the 6th, 2025. It was sent at 8:12 p.m. From who? Of course, redacted. Who was sent to? Redacted, of course. Yeah. They say, thank you. Was there anything in the file? Follow up with the below individuals. Thanks. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Let me see what else we got. All right, we did all of that. Make sure I'm not repeating any stories, because there are more. Okay. So let me make sure we got that one already. We got Bobby Cox. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, here goes. Here goes. Here goes. So somebody called. Nope. Same one. We read that one already. Okay. Um. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. There are a few stories I'm like, I don't know, but there are a few stories I'm like, could be. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna report it, but I don't know. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, we read that one. We read that one. I don't know how Patty LaBelle's PR person got there, but they was there. Yeah, we read that. All right. So that's all I got for right now. I'm working on other ones, but there are a lot of redacted names in these documents because a lot of people did not want their names to be included. I'm just all right. What y'all think? Took a wild ass turn. What took a wild ass turn that we went to Club Cheetah and the dude really didn't own Club Cheetah and I got us in because I had us on the guest list. That was funny. That's a story. I might tell that on Cattails. That's an interesting story of what happened that day, but whatever. Back to this. So they noted on this document that some of these individuals are reporting secondhand stories, which they are, because I've just read them. Some of these, that's why I'm like, I don't know, because they weren't actually there. They were just going based upon what they heard or what's hearsay, and in the court of law hearsay is never valid, you feel me? So there, even while you're testifying, if you said, like, I'm a doc, I'm gonna use you for example. If I said, well, doc told me that, they'd be like, objection, your honor, hearsay, you feel me? And the judge would either sustain or overrule, but hearsay is never admissible in court. So some of these stories, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't know because it was hearsay. You didn't say you were there. You said somebody else told you that they were there. And with that being said, it's kind of hard to believe that because you said somebody else said they was there and you didn't witness it. You weren't an eyewitness to the situation. So these docket, okay, so they did redact some names, but this is coming from the technical specialist, staff operations specialist, um, child exploitation and trafficking task force, FBI New York field office. These are, yeah, yeah. So some of us here say, I can't say that for sure all of these stories are true. We have not even gotten to the meat and potatoes of this situation. There are still other parties that we have not mentioned yet. You know, a few people we haven't mentioned yet, but for tonight, that's what we're gonna have for tonight. I don't know what you think. Let me see. Doc said I was hoping no melanated folks was involved, hearsay or not. Yeah. Oh no, it's a lot more melanated people involved. This is just the beginning of the document. This is not even everything. They said there were a million documents in these files. For Donald Trump's name to be mentioned 1,000 times. You see how many times it was mentioned tonight, and I didn't even get through. I only went through 6 pages. So it's a lot more to go, and we have not even gotten to the people that the news is mentioning that have been reported in these documents. 2 names to be specific, and I hate that they're in there, but if they're in there, they're going to be reported. One is which is Jay Z, and the other one is Pusha T, and I haven't even gotten to them yet. We only got to Jamie Foxx. Crazy work, crazy work. So we're gonna get more into it. We're gonna get more to this this situation. Um, People are wondering. Well, we already know. Let me just state the obvious. We already know that Prince Andrew is all up in these files. Now, there's a tizzy going on over in the UK right now. I believe one of the lords has, you know, relinquished his seat at the in the House of Lords, because his name comes up in the documents as well. But his name comes up not for that type of stuff, but on some business type terms. And the prime minister is fighting to get his lordship taken away too, because what they're saying is he leaked some vital information pertaining to the global, the markets within the UK. Money matters, whereas though Epstein could make money. And so that's a whole thing. So we have more to this. Is not over. We're not done. This is only the beginning. I just gave you 6 pages out of some of the pages that were released. So we're not done. We got a lot more to talk about because there's a lot more people involved in this situation. But I will say a lot of these things, again, I'm gonna take with a grain of salt because again, it's hearsay, and I can't say that I believe everything based on hearsay. Now, the victims, the people who came forward and said this happened to me, I could probably go with them. But the hearsay, I don't know. And again, like you said, whether it's hearsay or not, but if it went to a court of law, would it be admissible? And no, it wouldn't, because it is absolutely hearsay, unfortunately. Um, unfortunately. But yeah. But you got to think some of these people are talking and they're saying like, "Oh, well, my daughter," and then that's the other part too. I want to make clear. I look into things and I pay attention to details, right? And some of these, like the situation where the dude is like his daughters were hurt, um, by Epstein, or his not his daughters, but his girlfriend's daughters. Like that is like so many people removed. So his girlfriend's daughters were hurt by Epstein. I don't know if I can. If I like in my heart of hearts, I don't want to believe people are doing this, but at the same time, I also have to believe that some people do things like this. But you're telling me that one of your daughter, your girlfriend's daughters were raped by Epstein. I I don't know that I can run with that one right there. Like I don't know how believable that one is right there. I will say they chopped and screwed it up, and they also very much made sure that a lot of names were redacted, so we won't know um, who they are. Um, okay, and so the twin brothers that they were speaking of, they are possibly the Alexander brothers. I don't know who they are, but yeah, they're included in this. Um, yeah, so I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know. I would love to know. I would love to pick your brains. Now, I'm thinking that they put the criminal records up in there so that they could kind of like, oh, well, we don't know if they're really believable because look, they're a criminal. Just because a person is a criminal doesn't necessarily mean they're a liar. You feel me? I know a few criminals and they don't really lie. They own up to their shit. So that don't really mean that they're a liar because they had some kind of incident back in the 80s for like assault and battery. Like that don't make them a liar. That just means that they had an assault. They had a little fight back in the 80s. Somebody pissed them off and they got to swinging. You feel me? But that don't mean that they necessarily a liar. But yes, so we are going to dig a little deeper Next Wednesday, I'm gonna have some more information for you next Wednesday. So make sure you tune into the show next Wednesday for the Wiretap because I'm gonna have more for you. No, I ain't gonna let y'all hanging. I got y'all. I got y'all. But it already in these 6 pages that I just ran through, it already amazes me how many times this man's name has been mentioned. Bill Clinton too. Bill Clinton too. He ain't off the hook. Oh, and then word on the street says that he and Hillary have said that they were gonna testify to what they did know about Epstein. So they trying to weasel their way out of stuff already. But no. We got Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, uh freaking Ghislaine, Bill Clinton, the twins, some British elites. You feel me? We got Robin Leach, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, Robin Leach in there. Man, we got cartels in there. Oh, we got cartels up in there. Apparently, Robin Leach is out here taking people out. Uh, shoot, Jamie Foxx, Bobby Cox, Hillary Clinton is in there. Lisa Marie Presley is in there. Members of the royal family are in there. Child, I'm trying to make sure we got every. Andrew Cuomo is in there. Sheesh. So I'm sorry to tell you, Patty LaBelle even got tossed in there, which is crazy. Sammy Sosa, Elon Musk. But you know what? Remember back when Elon Musk said that Donald Trump was in the Epstein files? How did he know that Donald Trump was in the Epstein files? Because he was there. That's how he knew. Hmm. All of Trump's children, except probably the youngest one. He was probably too young to be there. Then again, maybe not. Couple of lawyers up in there. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. This is so disgusting. But anyway, let me move on because I don't want to keep even dwelling on this right now. We'll talk some more about it on the next Wiretap. But it's crazy. And I could not wait to get to y'all to talk to y'all about what it was that I saw in these documents because it's insane and I cannot believe some of the shit that I just read. I can't. I can't. And another reason why I don't know some of it might because Jamie Foxx like I wouldn't imagine that he got to pay somebody for some coochie. You feel me? Jamie Foxx, I'm quite sure he can get all the coochie he want. You feel me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's time for the love notes. It's time for the love notes, y'all, because this is insanity. Pure insanity. Oh my gosh. Let me get to these love notes. All right. So I want to send some love to anybody who's watched the show from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Rumble. I love you. Thank you. That's live love or replay love, depending on when you're catching this show. I love you. Thank you for tuning into this show. Craziness. You're going to get some craziness on the show because people are crazy. But now it's time for me to show some other love. And this love, sorry, I don't want to yawn in the mic. This love that I'm about to show is to our listening audience. And it's called the Love Notes. And the reason why is because I like to send them love. And how fitting is the Love Notes. They come from far and wide, from oceans, across oceans and seas and mountains and peaks and rivers and valleys. Really, all they do is hit the download button. But at the end of the day, they come from far and they listen to this podcast. And so I love them and I always like to show them love. No, I have not updated the list, but I'm going to throw them in, throw the newer people in there as we go. So just bear with me. Okay. Um, it is now time for the love notes. Why do we call it the love notes? Well, I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. I was never going to call it that, but I love you, Doc. And then we bickered. We went back and forth for a while, and then finally we came to a compromise because there is no love um without a compromise. And finally we came to a compromise, and now we call it love notes, and I'm never going to change it. So I was going to be called the love notes when I shout y'all out. So just get used to it. Just take it. Okay. Just take all this love I'm about to give. Doc also said I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not, but it was a lot of papers. In all fairness, there was a lot of cities, states, and countries and territories on those papers. We've condensed it down. Now we only do countries. So yeah, it's time for the love notes. Let's get it. Do it not in the order in which they just came, but I'm gonna just do it the way. So Doc said it's Papua New Guinea. Hey, what's up? And I see y'all coming back heavy and strong. I love it. Thank you. Hey, hey. Um, let me see who else we got here. We got Panama. Hi, Panama. Estonia. Hi, Estonia. Yeah, it's great. I love this list. This list gets better and better and better. Um, United Arab Emirates. Hi. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna put y'all on the list, the visual list. It's just I've been so concerned with school because we're getting down to the nitty gritty. School is almost over for me, and so I gotta buckle down. This month is the last month, so I haven't been able to get to a lot of things that I want to get to, but I will get to them as soon as I get a chance. Thank you for being patient with me. But hi, I love you all. Thank you for loving on me the way you're loving on me. It's extraordinary. Thank you. Let's see what Doc had to say. Um, Oh, Doc said, "Come more to come on the Wiretap lock in." You have never lied, Doc. Because if I got to keep reading, we got more. If I'm going. I'm gonna report it. Yes, my name. Listen, hello. My name is Cat Lee Wu, and I approve this message. I do. I do. Yes, I do. I do. I do. I do. Let me see what else Doc said. Oh, and he gave me another blank. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Listen, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just say these things real quick because I can't get the sick shit off my mind. Join the conversation. You can always do so by calling the number. If you're in another country, remember to dial one first. The number is 443-551-5963, 443-551-5963. You can text us on that number, or you could just drop a comment. And if you text or drop a comment, I'll read it out loud. If you call in, remember you will be live on air. People will be hearing you just like they hear me. Okay. Hit us up, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And listen, while you over there, join the coffee community so we can have salacious, titillating, and taboo conversations. And I'm not censored over there. I can cuss all fucking day long if I want to. And I like it like that. Let me get it out. Let me just get it off my chest. Because after reading this shit, I need to cuss. Okay? Remember, I always tell y'all to like, share, and subscription that we can get. So hit that button. It don't take much. It's a free way to support the show. Okay? All right. That's all I'm asking. It's free. You ain't gotta pay no money. Much love to our residential DJ Rick Casey. Look, he on point this week. I already got the mix already. He's on point. Let's go. But much love to our residential DJ Ruke Casey. He holds it down for us every week. Make sure you lock in on Friday so you can hear these bomb ass fire mixes that he put together for us every week. We appreciate him. We do. Always got to show the DJ some love. And again, I told you it's tax season. If you are in the United States and it's time for you to do your taxes, baby, hit me up, www.laboralebookkeeping.com, www.laboralebookkeeping.com. Yes. Let me see what we got in these comments. Okay, cool. This list, these documents, these files, I always knew that they would be a little bit crazy from all the stories that I've already heard. Covering the Epstein case, court case or whatever, and a little bit of Ghislaine's case. And I always knew that when we got the documents, that it was going to be a crazy read. And yeah, it did not prove me, it did not prove me wrong. It absolutely proved me right. I always knew this. I'm very interested to see what else we're going to stumble upon while covering this. Because at the end of the day, those who do foul shit should be exposed anyway, because you shouldn't be doing foul shit. But, what the old timers used to say, what you hide in the dark will eventually come to the light. And it's coming to the light. And I don't know how this man is still a president. I don't know. I do not know. Absolutely, I absolutely do not know. He's already a convicted felon. That's a fact. He got the country going to shit. That's a fact. And now this. Finally, they released some. And then you should have known it was some bullshit. All this time of them not releasing the files because they've had them for a while now, but we just could never get the files released. And now all of a sudden they've released the files, and for his name to be in there over 1,000 times is insane. Bill Clinton too. Black people, I got a question. You still claiming him? I would like to know. Remember, y'all used to claim Bill Clinton real heavy. It was like he's a he's black. He's a black man, and I'm not surprised because I now really believe the boy is his. Remember the son that they alleged was his, the little black son. I don't. Child. All right, that's enough of that. Enough of that. But yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. But what we've read so far has already been disgusting, and I'm quite sure as we go continue on, it'll be even more disgusting. So just gather yourself, prepare yourself, because it's gonna get ugly. And that's that. There we go. Hi. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Jane Spitfire. Bill Clinton's son, Danny Williams. Yep, it's true. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I believe that now too. I believe all of it. I believe it. I do. I believe it. Every bit of it. I do. But yep, exactly. And the boy looks just like him. Just a darker version. The boy looks just like him. Yes, Danny Williams. That's his name. I could not remember his name to save my life. Thank you. Thank you, Jane. I could not remember that child's name. Yes, him. And hello, sweetie. Yes, him. Very much him. I believe every bit of it. I believe it. Like I said, some of these stories is like, it's kind of hard to go because it's hearsay. But a lot of these other stories, I believe it. I believe all that. I believe all that shit. I do. No lie. No lie. Um, a lot. Okay, Jane said, a lot of secrets coming out. Yes, it does look like him. Yeah, he does look like him. He very much looks like him. Just a darker version. But yeah, a lot of lies are coming out. A lot of secrets are coming out. A lot of things are coming to the forefront, and as they come out, I'm going to be reporting them because that's what I do over here. But welcome, Jane. Thank you for your help because I could not remember the boy's name. Yes. If you don't know, now that Jane's given us that information, if you don't know, go look that boy up. He looks just like Bill Clinton. A lot of trifling, nasty, disgusting things going on, and yeah. Let me see. Jane said, "I do not think. You don't think they will? Nah, I don't think they're gonna remove them. I'm just asking, how is it even still possible? Old things that are past and can't sue. Nah, you can't sue, but there are things that that man is doing right now that he shouldn't even be in the office right now. But I digress. But no, you can't sue for old things, and especially if they can't be proven. But that doesn't make them a lie, does not make them any less true. So, yeah. And how long were we waiting on these documents? You know they wasn't going to arrest him for this. Or Bill Clinton. They not going to arrest. Nah, none of that. But I'm still shocked by what I've read. It's just disgusting. It's the most disgusting thing ever. And there's more to come because we're not done. I just got through 6 pages. I didn't go through the whole thing because this is only an hour-long show. But make sure you tune back in on next Wednesday because I got more. Oh, I have more. And I'm going to read them because they shouldn't be there. It should not be a thing. This should have never happened. So I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. Let me see. Jane said all those teen girls schmacked up came from Europe and Russia, not Africa. I don't care where they came from. They young girls. And I'm a mom first. And my heart and some of the stories that we read tonight with them saying that they were like 13 or 14. I have a 14-year-old daughter. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to prison behind her, but they should never have happened, period. Grown men should not be with young girls, no matter where they came from. Like that, it's just disgusting. And I don't care if you rich or poor. You just leave the girls alone. Go find you a grown ass woman. It's plenty of grown ass women out here that will sleep with you. You don't need to sleep with a young girl. That's disgusting. Let me see. A lot of people thought Oprah Winfrey sent girls to Epstein Island. She did not. Well, I don't know about all that. I don't know. I can't get into what Oprah may have or may have not done because I don't know. I just know that I read files today and her name hasn't come up yet, but I still have more to read. So who knows? But I don't know. I don't know what she did. I can't say what Oprah did. I could barely say what they did. And like I said, some of these stories within the files, I'm like, it's hearsay, so I can't really go with that. But we'll see. We'll see. More to come. Let me get this one. That's my last comment. I agree. It is sad and disgusting. It is against the law, but in other countries, it is normal. Yeah, it don't make it right though. And I know it's normal in a lot of it's shit. How it's normal in this country? You know how many older men prey on younger women? It's happened. I was a young girl once, and I got preyed on by older men. So it happens. It's not just in other countries; it's in this country too. You see what I'm saying? But no one. It doesn't get exposed until somebody speaks out. And somebody does need to speak out about it, and it's ridiculous. So I gotta be the voice for young girls or girls, then I will be. But anyway, it is now time for me to say the things I say every night. Doc, yeah, you got me, babe. I see you. It's time for me to say the things that I say every night. Like first and foremost, mind your business except for on the Media Mondays where I tell everybody's business because I'm nosy, incredibly nosy, and I want y'all to be nosy with me. Plus, it's a safer way for you to be nosy. Instead of being outside in these streets being nosy, you could just come right here and I'll tell you all the tea and all the gossip because that's what I do. Um, the tapping, I try not to tell other people's business. It's not intentional, but it's very much warranted, but it's never intentional. The wiretap, obviously, I tell people's business on the wiretap because I just sat here and just went through 6 pages of the Epstein files. Um, listen, if you are disgusting, depraved, sinister, heinous, foul, stupid, dumbass, idiotic, diabolical, and if Doc was here, he would say insidious, individual, and you have a court case or you have a story or you have something that I can report and build a story behind and talk about, I'm going to read it. I am. And no, if I'm going to read it because that's what I do. I am. You should not be any of those things and have a case or have some files for me to read and make no mistake about it. I can pull them. I do pull them. This is why I do this. Make no mistake about that. Wet and Wednesdays, it's generally more my business because I feel like this is the only fair thing to do. Like, is to tell a little bit of my business. If I'm gonna be telling everybody else's business, it's fair. It's fair. Cattails episode coming soon. Also my business. Also other people's business too. But here's the thing. On Cattails, I change everybody's name. I do not give out government names. I change your name, so a Mike could be a Jack. I change the names, but I do tell stories of things that have happened to me in my lifespan. And the only way that they'll know it's you is if you decide to jump in the comments and start running off at the mouth, or you decide that you want to contact me and call yourself, approach me about it. And here's the tea. If you do that, I will expose you. So you shouldn't do that because I changed the names anyway. Nobody knows it's you. So just don't do it, jackass. And if Doc was on screen with me right now, he would say a hit dog will holler. And I'm like, holler, bitch. Fuck. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to scream it to the mountaintops. Yes. So don't do it. All right. I'm going to do this real quick. But don't do it. Mind your business. Let me see what you say here. James say Okay, Jane said, how come only person arrested in Epstein files is a woman, Ghislaine Maxwell? Well, he was arrested, but now he's not here anymore. But anyway, the next thing I want to say to you is love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies, tell your babies that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times, because they are, and they need you to encourage them because you're their parent. Don't leave it to the teachers and other people to encourage your babies. Don't leave your babies in a situation where they have to look to other people for the love and guidance and protection that they need. It's your job. Do it. It's your job. Listen, if they want to work for NASA, tell them to be astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, um, or whatever the hell else they do over there in NASA. I don't know. What I do know is you should get yourself a telescope. I have one, a good one too. Get yourself a telescope and not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with, you perv. I'm talking about a good one. Comes with extra lenses, scopes, beams. If you have one like mine, an app, hi Nat Geo, still waiting. Does require a little bit of assembly. Put it together. Not right now if you live on the East Coast or some parts of the South. It's a little still snow on the ground still. But when it clears up, take it outside. Take your kids outside. You may discover some shit. Maybe a comet, a meteor, an asteroid. I don't know. I hope all of those are going past you, not coming towards you, because that is so frightening to think about. A planet that they say is not a planet no more, but fuck you. It's a planet in my opinion because you made me build a solar system. And when I had to build that solar system, that planet was involved. It might be a dormant planet now, but it's a planet nonetheless, in my opinion. Not everybody else's opinion, just mine. Or while you're out there, you might encounter some type of being, might come from above or below. I don't know where it comes from anymore because who knows. And they might beam you up or down and then probe you. And if they probe you, this message is not necessarily for you, but for them. Okay? Because they're going to probe you. And in that way, they don't have to come to me to get this message. I don't want to go. Unless you have a planet that's better than the planet that I live in right now, I don't want to go. Leave me where I am. But I do have a neighbor. She's ripe and prime and ready for the plucking. You can come get her ass any day now. I've been asking you this for months now, and you still haven't came and gotten her. Maybe they understand that maybe they don't want her either. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, if they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be about NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, or engineer, because they have those too. I don't know. What I do know is that they have a need for speed, and at one point in time, baby, the muscle car was king, and in my opinion, the muscle car will always be king. Shout out to NASCAR for that. When they said put the pedal to the metal, they weren't talking about this new age shit y'all driving right now. They wasn't talking about a Tesla, baby. They was talking about a muscle car. That's what they were talking about. But whatever the case is, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that they want to do, support them, have their backs. And I do not care how old they are. Make sure you have their backs. Real talk. Real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk. Oh, no problem, Jane. Come back, babe. No problem. I am an advocate for the children. I just don't believe people should be out here getting hurting babies and stuff. But it is now time for your fair warning. Let's go.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
It says may, but I'm guaranteeing you that it does, because I'm going to need to say this to you so that we all can remain friends. Stay the fuck in your lane. My lane, your lane, not the same. Your lane is over there. My lane is over here. You stay the fuck in your shit and we'll be cool. If you do not, you're going to get something that you do not want. And I can promise you, you don't want her. She is not nice. She is not sweet. She is not kind. She's pretty vicious, actually. Do not break the glass. Do not push the button. Because you do that, then the cage opens, and then you release all hell. Breaks loose. Is breaking loose. Just don't do it. You're going to get her. You don't want her. You don't want the roar. Leave my roar where it is, okay? Let me feed my cub our little gazelle and let us be happy. Okay? You don't want her at all. You don't want her. Hold on, let me get where I need to be. You don't want thank you, Doc. I knew you was right there, babe. You always hold it down. Yeah, you don't want her. She's not nice. She's not sweet. She's not kind. But she is. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly. You want her. Yes, you do. You absolutely want her. Plus, if you get her, you get a 2-for-1 special. AU Big Purr, bitches. AU Big Purr. You want the 2-for-1 special. I don't know a person in this world that does not like a 2-for-1 special. Yeah, that's great. You get an AU Big Purr, bitches. Oh yeah, AU Big Purr. AU Big Purr. Um, but you don't want that first one. Leave her where she's at. Take the 2-for-1 special and be happy. Plus, what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. Who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we. So just stay in your lane and everything is cool. Everything is calm. Everything is copacetic. Stay in your lane. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. I'm not getting ready to go in on this dude again because I'm tired of going in on him. But he know who he is. I am going to say enough is enough. Petty Boots, aka Baby Caligula, aka Little Boots, aka Drake. Enough is enough. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Plus, you lied. You said you study rap battles for a living. You obviously did not. Cause these dudes, they was part of some great ones, and I'm gonna tell you this: they said that there's a war going on outside, and that no man is safe from it. And you can run, but you can't hide forever in these streets that we done took. Said you walk with your head down, scared to look with your little bitch ass. All right. They didn't add that part out there, but you know what I'm saying. They said you shut because ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Worry about the war. Fuck the battles. Every battle is not a battle for you to be fucking fighting. Sometimes you gotta be like, you know what? You got that. You got to have it. Because I'm going to live to fight another day and bitch, I'm going to win the war. I promise you. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to say this too. Be you. Be amazingly you. Be ambitiously you. Be wonderfully you. Be authentically you. Be genuinely you. But at the end of the day, be you. Even if they say they hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress. Babe, 2 of them things I wouldn't even worry about. The walking part, that's how God made you. You feel me? Just walk the way you walk. If you dress weird, just be the best at being the weird dresser. You feel me? But the talking shit you can help. You cannot file court cases. You should not file court cases for rap battles that you engaged in. That's weak and whack. You should not be out here making up fake ass accents. That's weak and whack. You should never do that. And you really could genuinely just shut the fuck up. Period. So that simple. Listen, remember what they eat don't make you shit, and what you eat don't make them shit either. So be you. You can't make anybody happy. You can add to their happiness, but you cannot make them happiness. The happiness starts with them. They're not happy on the inside. They'll never. It won't work. Now, if they allow you to sprinkle a little bit of your pixie dust on them and tell them to think happy thoughts and they start flying, then great. But you can't make anybody happy, babe. You can't. You came in this world by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself, even if you are a twin. Okay? Except for those particular types of twins that I don't like to talk about. I'm not a doctor. I'm not doing that. Yeah, so focus on you, okay? No matter how much you try to fix it or tweak it or make it better, you won't. Because they'll find something else to nitpick about. So fuck it. Fuck them and fuck it. Listen, you're never going to make them happy. It's not going to work. So just don't try. And I told you about Misery. That bitch loves company. And I always tell her, you're not my kind of people. I don't hang with you. You're tight. I like happy people. I like people who, find the value of happiness. And you're not. So I can't hang with you. So get out of here. And lastly, dream big. Dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe and possibly hop into another dimension. And once you realize and visualize the dream big, plan and execute, because it's not going to happen unless you plan and execute. You got to put the work in. You got to make it happen. I believe in you, and I hope you believe in yourself too. So yeah, plan and execute. Get it done. Get it done. Put it together. Anyway, y'all, these files have grossed me out for the night. So I'm going to get off of here, but I'm going to tell y'all that I love y'all. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. And if you are going to get in trouble, make sure you have a hell of a lawyer on retainer, because you're going to need them. I will talk to y'all again on Friday for the fire mix that we have lined up. And I gotta go. I love y'all so much. Stay safe out there. Bye.
Oh,